Okay, so now I'm back. This is a raw edit version. There's no scripts, there's no someone asking me questions. I want to give it to y'all just how it is. So a lot of times followers that ask me, oh, can we collab or can we work together and stuff like that. My main purpose is to not let y'all collab with me and make your name off somebody else's brand, because you think about it, it's a marketing strategy. If a person is doing something with a big designer, somebody that's up and coming, that's blowing up, I'm talking into the mic. Yeah, you good. Somebody that's blowing up, it's like that person is just gonna be promoting that stuff. You gotta think about the hashtags. Oh, doing something with Banni Peru. You're not really promoting yourself, it's necessarily you're promoting Banni Peru. So that's why I gave a manufacturer out, so you can, you know, do your own type of hustling and work your own ways. So I'm gonna take it from me from scratch. I started out with $180, right? I did t-shirts, heat print. I went to Forman Mills. I believe a lot of people know what Forman Mills is. I took t-shirts, put my logo on there, but it wasn't right. But it was something to make quick money. So let's fast forward to me having a manufacturer. So when I first touched my first 500,000, right? I didn't know any of that money, or I didn't know like how to control that type of money. So it was just, I was spending, I was splurging. So around, I said good April, I went broke again, $0. So it was like, okay, how can you go back to your natural roots? Those that know me from my personal page, I was doing resumes and cover letters, right? So I was doing $65 for both. So I'm like, okay, granted, I know how much each sample costs. Some samples cost $180. How can you make this flip? So you reach out to people that have reached out to you, but at the time you were so busy, you didn't really have time to respond to them. So you reach out, I use the influencer from YouTube that's real big on TV series. And I used, by that young lady doing a photo shoot for me, it made me do pre-sales. You feel what I'm saying? So when I did the pre-sales, I had the money to go again and flip. A lot of times people don't understand. So if I gave you a manufacturer, right, you do samples first. You see how the samples are rolling and which samples you may like, you feel what I'm saying? And then you do a photo shoot. Once you do your photo shoot, you start your pre-sales. Pre-sales normally, some manufacturers take 3 to 5 weeks. Some take less than that. It all depends on how structured your design is. So once you have that, then you have your product. And then you just start being humble and you start reaching. My thing is like this, I'm from Philly, right? My main purpose was not to really get Philly clients because I'm already known in my city. I wanted to go after New York. So my goal was, okay, I made a bucket list. I said I wanted Tiana, Fab, and Cardi. And Tommy was on there too, from Love and Hip Hop. However, God works in mysterious ways. I got all three less than that first month. So then you had Dave East come along. Granted, he's from New York too. So you get that New York clientele because that's fashion capital. You get that clientele and you have those followers. That's why when I had pop-up shops in New York, I'm selling out less than an hour. Lines are around the corner. You feel what I'm saying? Like it's amazing to me. Versus my hometown is like, granted, okay, that's Will. Will has a clothing line. I didn't want to box myself in just my city. When you box yourself in your city, you thinking small. How will you ever become a bigger brand if you just want to sell only from Philadelphia? That's not my mindset. My mindset is to get everybody all over the world, which I have. I mean, I sold in 94 countries last year. This is a new year and I already sold to 4 different countries. I sold 2 to Europe, 1 to Paris and Canada today. So I'm really moving in motion. You feel what I'm saying? The only thing that can ever stop me is death. A lot of times people ask me, how do you feel about other brands? I don't speak on other brands because I don't know the behind the scenes work of what they've been through or how is they making that. What they make don't make me shit. You feel what I'm saying? That's pretty much to rap about that. We want to get into the shadiness. I hear it, I see it. So apparently we gotta run this back real quick. But basically what I was saying was that if I'm giving you a blueprint, take it to your advantage. Everybody's not always gonna give you every word for detail. So you have a manufacturer that I listed, you take out the time, I even gave you the IG, you take out the time to, you know, ask them, well, how do you do this, what's that? But so let's piggyback off the conversation before I got stopped. So granted, like I was saying, I started, when I made my first 500,000, I never ran into no money like that. So I didn't know what I was doing. I was just splurging, just spending. and I end up going broke again. So this was around, I say, end of March, beginning of April of 2018, the last year. Went broke again. It's like, damn, go back to your natural roots, which was resumes and pay stubs. Resumes, pay stubs, cover letters, was doing it, trying to make quick money again so I could re-up. At this time, I didn't really have that clientele because I went MIA for a long time because I was so focused on my clothing. So I said, okay, let me go to these DMs. It was a lot of people with verified checks that, wanted to work with me and like, oh, can I do this? So I started reaching out to them, made some photo shoots happen. Pre-sales came like that. It made me re-up and re-flip my money. So once I got back to that, I think I was at 200,000. Once I got there, it's like, all right, don't stop, keep flipping it. I started doing coats in the summertime, so when the winter do come, it didn't mean stop. So behind the scenes, I never really talked about it on my Banni Peru page, or really, I did wholesale. I did wholesale with stores. The reason why I never really promote the stores because the stores, I got my money out of that. If I'm promoting the stores, I'm not promoting myself online because I'm an online store, so I'm making online money. They already had their product and I'm already paid for my product. So people are like, oh, well, I thought we saw that you had 40 boxes. Granted, I had 40 boxes, but those 40 boxes was for people like Connecticut, some was in Ohio, it was all over, you feel what I'm saying? So once I got that mark, it's just like, okay, let me see what I can do. I learned not to feed into what folks say on social media. Oh, can you do this in orange? Oh, can you do this in blue? Because if you go to the Gap, you're not asking the cashier at the Gap, can you make this particular coat to match your New Balances or your Nikes and stuff like that? No, you have to go with a pattern that you feel is on sale. Banni means to be an outcast. It means like you never fit in, so you don't fit in with fashion. So if I come out with a gold coat, I'm not changing no details. A lot of people give me their opinions, and sometimes I do take on their opinions and say, okay, this is what the viewers want, but how can I flip it to make it where I want it as that too? So people say, oh, you need to do a pink coat, or you need to do this metallic coat or something like that. It's like, okay, let me see, how can I work that in the sense of fashion? How can I style that? Styling and visuals is everything. You can have a bomb coat, a Gucci coat, or something like that. It's how you throw it on and how you put it together. Let me piggyback off a manufacturer. You get a manufacturer, right? Which I gave you guys. And you say, okay, let's do samples. Don't do t-shirts. You can do t-shirts with a heat pressing store. You feel what I'm saying? Do not sell t-shirts. It's a different type of brand. You can be a definition brand or you can be a clothing brand. And when I say a definition brand means like stop smoking weed. That's your brand. So we get the message that you wanted to stop smoking weed versus you having a brand like Leo Coco or something like that. It has to have a meaning behind that versus, okay, so we get it. You want us to stop smoking weed. That's a definition brand. It's two types of brands. If you're going to go into a manufacturer, don't do t-shirts, do pieces. Y'all want to do a jacket, do a jacket. I'm not a hater. I want everybody to win. Because if I wasn't, I wouldn't give you the resources of having a manufacturer. So if you have a manufacturer, go hard. Do a bodysuit, do a swimsuit, do something creative, do a pair of jeans, shit, do some sneakers. Don't do nothing that's basic where you can just go to Foreman Mills and put your name on a shirt and then to be less money for you. Go far and beyond. If you got to hustle, let me tell you something. If you got an Instagram and you got to post that shit 30 times a day, so be it. That's the way you bring in your money. That's your income. If people don't like seeing that shit on their timeline, okay, unfollow me. I'm pretty sure they on the shade when I'm following dumb shit on there. So when it comes out to you hustling, even if I remember a few of my old homies, because they're not my homies no more, bro, you posting too much. Bro, that's my income. You feel what I'm saying? So that's letting me know that you a hater. You secretly hating on me because that's the only thing that I got right now to boost myself. You gotta have that communication skills. You can't be scared. Let me tell you something. Don't go to somebody that's a big brand. When I get DMs saying, can we do a collaboration? No. Do that shit on your own. You're gonna feel so much better if you doing that shit on your own versus marketing yourself off somebody else's brand. So you're doing something with Banni Peru. Remember, you're gonna keep hashtagging, oh, I'm working with Banni Peru. Not to be cocky, a lot of folks know who that brand is versus your brand. So when basically what I'm doing, I'm taking all your clientele. Cause like, oh, you working with him? Let me see what he doing. You feel what I'm saying? It's not so more focused on you. You never put yourself in that marketing situation. I call it elevator conversation. I live in a lit ass building. About last week, I was on the elevator with somebody who styles Migos in them. And I just looked at her. For me, I'm just gonna ask you a question. I looked at her, I'm like, you dressed? She like, what? I'm like, you get dressed? She like, yeah. I'm like, well, I got some clothes. So she like, man, I've been trying to find you for the longest. And I'm like, I was trying to find you for the longest. You feel what I'm saying? But it's a way that you come off and you elevate that elevated conversation, because you never know who you're gonna run into or how you can promote yourself. If you have a golden opportunity and a golden ticket there, and if you see something, you grab it, you take it. You don't just say, oh, she dressed nice. No, I asked her a question because it's a sense in me like, I'm in a networking city. If I'm on an elevator, or even when I be walking past the clubs when I'm getting out the clubs, if I see somebody's face beat to the core, you do makeup? And they 9 times 10 they be like, yeah, I do makeup. Oh, baby, I need you to do a photo shoot. How we gonna work? How we gonna network? If I see somebody with some fire ass hair, oh, you not do hair? I need you to come in. It's called networking. It's called, that's how I do collaborations. If you got a fire ass sneaker, I don't do sneakers. You feel what I'm saying? Oh, that need to come on the runway. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of times, when they had these shows at London or Milan, it costs a lot. So their option is, well, do you know somebody else that you could collab with? If I'm doing outerwear, my homie, she do Hancock. Shout out to Yeah Big on Instagram. She just does sneakers, Hancock. I hit her up like, lo, let's do this collaboration. You do the footwear, I do the gear. She was with it, but the timing was so small. Even for me, we had to travel damn near 37 hours to get to Transylvania. I said, no, ma'am. Like, I'm not sitting on the plane that long. You know what I'm saying? But what I decided to do was ship my stuff over there. So you can do editorials, and they send it back to me. And if I make the cut, I make the cut. Versus me paying, they wanted $10,000, so it was $5,000 a piece in their money. So in our money, it was probably like $12,000, and their money was $10,000. So find yourself working in that aspect. A lot of people, I want people to start paying attention to reading captions, reading bios, because if 9 times out of 10, I have these angry people that want to spend money. Oh, you're not answering my question, what you posted on Instagram. Baby, if you look at my DMs, it's flooded. And I try to get back to anyone I can at a certain time, but I run 3 Instagram pages. So if I'm not responding back to you, 9 times out of 10, what you're asking me is in the bio or it's on the website. Oh, when you releasing this? Look at this picture. Oh, I didn't look at that picture. Right there. But you got angry and you decided to make a comment. Comments turn people off, from the outside looking in. Oh, she asked him a question. I wonder if he gonna answer my question. And she's saying, and 9 times out of 10, this ain't no cap. Folks are for the people. They say they DM'd you and emailed you. If you're doing business-wise, I had people call me. That's what a business is phone for. I'm not that grand or that golden where though you can't get in contact with me but people, it's been times people call me 3 in the morning. Now, if I had a Bible, I put my hand on the Bible. 3 in the morning, yo, what's up? A lot of times New York, yo, what's up with them coats? Like, I need one now. I'm like, bro, it's 3 in the morning. Or why I'm calling you in the morning? Like, so that became a problem. So it's like, let me take my number off here. You want to get in contact, you email me. Or people like, I know you see my DMs. I see it, but you're not asking me a question for as Banni. You're asking me, oh, I would love to model for you. That's granted, that's cool. But I try to get people that's in agencies so it won't be no static. You sending me 10 to 20 pictures in the DMs. If you had an audition for Gap, right? You would not go about that way emailing Gap. You wouldn't go about that way approaching Gap. You would send your emails, send your headshots, send who you are and a resume and stuff like that. You send the Instagram photos, where my phone at? With the selfie like this and stuff like that. You wouldn't do that for Gap. Let's be real. People like, oh, I got a nice body. That's granted, that's cool, but I work with who I work with because they're paid. I don't just have them out, I pay them, I make sure they eat, I get them merch. Because giving them merch promotes the brand as well. And they happy, they never come with and that's who I feel comfortable right now. Now when we have fashion shows, granted, I'm gonna give you all types of information so you can audition and so you can display your talent. It's certain people that be like, oh, I know how to take nice pictures, I wanna model for you, I wanna walk for you. It's called a print modeling, it's called runway modeling, it's called commercial modeling. However you want to put it. If you're a commercial model, you have to have acting skills. You feel what I'm saying? If you're a print model, you have to have print model skills, which is you have this space, but you can't walk. And the reason why I'm so hard on models is because when I did the show New York Fashion Week, girls said, oh, I know how to walk. Pretty face, you know what I'm saying? Take nice pictures. And me being new, I was coached this after that. I said, I need to sit down and take a class. Behind the scenes, I took a class. Why was that? This 45 minutes before the show, I have other models helping her how to walk. No, you should know how to walk because that's what you put down. It's basically you lied on your resume saying that you knew how to walk, and in all honesty, you didn't know how to walk. It was just something so you can, you know, I'm in a Banni Peru show, and that's not cool. But that was a learning experience. You live and you learn. We can keep rolling. You live and you learn certain experiences. That was experience. Okay, well, you need to take classes. This is all still new to you. You had people with the kids. Oh, why you didn't read my DMs about my child not modeling for you? That's very inappropriate, like honestly, because I don't want to say nothing to be disrespectful or hurt your feelings. And a lot of times I answer certain DMs like, you send me 30 pictures, and out of them 30 pictures, one was professional, other ones was iPhone pictures or something like that. If that's your child, take your child more seriously. Don't just throw your child there. And the wisdom's like, well, if you send that to the Gap agency, when people have their kids, a lot of times they're like, oh, I'm gonna get my baby a modeling, and even with my child, oh, Dylan need to do something. I have my own child. He has not been in one photo shoot because I know my child. My child doesn't really want to take pictures. He's not into that. Like I said, start reading captions and bios and stuff. All the information is there. And if business owners can't get to you as soon as they can, y'all say, oh, you posted. 9 times out of 10, I really didn't look in the emails because if I post, it goes up. You feel what I'm saying? I try to, like I said, try to spit out all the information. If it's not online, it's not on sale. That should be a no-brainer. I want to talk about, what else I want to touch bases on? I want to talk about, okay, so I had an opportunity over the summer where I was auditioning. Well, I didn't audition. They reached out to me. Auditioning something when you standing in a line and, you know, you're doing all types of applications. Project Runway reached out to me, and the thing that messed me up was I lied on the application, said I never was on probation or whatever, and they found out. And it was a simple thing. All you had to do was say yes or no. But I believe God works in mysterious ways, whereas though that probably wasn't for me. It could either harm you or make you great. Because I would have got on the show and this would have been, the will y'all seeing now is the will that y'all would have got probably on that show is no filter with me. The reason why I'm doing this documentary live video, because a lot of times when I first started out, people didn't know was I black or white. A lot of people, there was a white person behind the brand because of the way it was structured. Like today I celebrate 3 years at Banni Peru. Behind the scenes, I was like, I don't really want to show my face. Like, why do I have to do that? And my friends like, no, people want to know who you are, like who you are as a person, and how can you connect with them to give them hope. Now, you follow me on my personal page, y'all get all the hope y'all want and all the motivation y'all want. And I tell people, like, this is what you got to do. What works for me may not work for you, and what work for you may not work for me. So I can't sit here and give you the steps and process because every day I wake up with something new. I don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? I'm not capturing everything. Oh my God, like today I woke up, we'll do a sale. I got a lot of inventory coming in the next 2 days. I got to get rid of some of the stuff. The money is already made. I'm not worried about the money or what's going on. I'm, trying to make money. It's like, how can you get it out? I'd rather the more people have it on than versus what's in an account. The money's going to come. If you go into that mind frame, oh, I'm trying to come in here and make this much money. That's not going to happen. You're going to be screwed over. If you come in here thinking that you're supposed to just make money, it's not about the money. It's about how you can flourish your brand and make it pop and make it known. To me, it's amazing. I got London, I got Paris, I got Canada, I got Europe, I got Switzerland, Jamaica, Brazil. I have all these countries wearing my stuff. That's dope to me. You feel what I'm saying? Like you marketing yourself and you putting yourself out there. Well, like I said again, you're not capitalizing yourself in just this one small-minded brand. Now, granted, when I went to London Fashion Week, I was asked in the interview, for the interview questions, they said, well, we respect people more about when they make a handmade craft. I said, let me tell you something. Let me ask you this question. If Jennifer Lopez or Beyonce come to you today or tomorrow and said, hey, I need 15 leotards for my dancers, are you going to mess your name up in the industry as a designer that couldn't get shit done because you stayed up overnight trying to get 15 leotards and make them look the same and not one small detail knocked off or incorrect? Or you going to have that shit in stock and it's okay, here you go, let's get it rolling, and then your name get like that. For prime example, that Future video thing for the coats, that was a spirit of the moment. Me and the stylist connected. I'm like, listen, I got these, this, that, and the third. Send me 4 coats. Granted, I had them 4 coats, you feel what I'm saying? Versus me like, damn, I'm gonna hit my manufacturer because the video shoot was the next day. I next day them coats. The thing that was with me that I was so mad because Future needed extra large. Had I had that extra large black bomber, he would have been in that bomber and then in the main portion of that video of him rapping. But it didn't happen, but I still was blessed that the black bomber still was in the video, the white bomber was in the video, and the yellow bombers, everybody seen that. That's a blessing. These stars are not putting anything in their videos. It was a lot of wrecks in that room of stylists like, not stylists, designers like me sending them clothes. Out of all the wrecks that was in there, Banni got picked. So it's not just something, oh, how you get this connection. It's me hustling, working my ass off, and putting my pride to a side, not really caring like, oh, what's gonna happen, or they gonna shut me down. No, they took the opportunity. Prime example, Tiana, I love Tiana, but Tiana's very funny about what she wear and her style. She can either like it or she don't. When I got that call, Tiana need 3 red bubble coats. I did not have them in stock, but the hustle that was in me, I reached out to friends that was close to me, and I said, listen, I really need that red jacket back. And it's like, damn, well, you sold me the jacket. But the friends that I got, they like, all right. I said, listen, I'll give you pink jackets and give you your jacket back, and I'll give you a sweatsuit. That's how you hustle. That's how you maneuver and make it happen. There's no no's in what I cannot do. You make it happen. You miss out on opportunity. So you mind your title. Millions are watching that on their live streams or seeing what's going on. So me doing that is a blessing as well. Let me tell you something. What Tupac said, the only thing that's gonna stop me is death. It's called reinventing yourself. Okay, you did the bubble coats. What you gonna do next? Shit, I'm working on cell phone cases. I'm working on perfume. I'm working on a dog line. A lot of people have dogs. A lot of people want to dress their dogs up. You see that you got people that dress their dogs up in the knockoff Supremes, the Louis. Oh, we're gonna do some bubble vests for these dogs. Let's turn it up. Why not? Why not get adventurous and make your brand just stand? He moving all over. Ain't nothing that's gonna stop me. I don't worry about what the next person, and although from my city, I hear the shady comments that's made about me. What the fuck is a Banni Peru? What the fuck is a Banni Peru? Banni Peru is that designer that keeps selling out. That brand that everybody like, damn, I need to get this coat. That brand that got A-list celebrities in your DM saying, I need this coat. That's what the fuck Banni Peru is. I had people remaking Banni Peru. That's what the fuck Banni Peru is. When you got people spinning your shit and knocking it off, I'm not that brand that put my name on somebody else's brand. I'm that brand that they put their name on my shit. You feel what I'm saying? So that's a feeling to me. It's like, damn, well, you really out here. I heard I was just a wave, or he's just going to be here for a season. No, I provide the season. I provide the heat for the season. You feel what I'm saying? I provide the heat for the winter. And it's not no cockiness. Sometimes you have to let people know the realization of things. Like, you're not about to bully me on no internet or nothing like that. And I'm not about to feed into you, but I'm going to let you know by making statements, by building my resume. In this 1 year period of time of what I done flourished, I done got published for Vogue Attire. That's one. That's major. You can click the link and it's right there on Vogue. Did the big thing for Bow Wow. That's a major magazine. I just did a thing for Jack, you know, the king of R&B, Jacquees. Did a magazine for that, and it's a blessing. Like, damn, well, you keep flourishing. The video is just what the Future videos was topped it. So many DMs, so many people like, yo, I need this. Like, what is this? So Future just dropped this video, Crushed Up. It was a dope experience to have Banni Peru, you know, as the main designer of that video, you partake could say, because the yellow coats was seen several times. The white coat was seen only in the flashes, and the black coat too. But that took place because I hopped in the stylist DMs and I'm like, you know, listen, I'm a dope designer coming out, you know, with some fire shit, and check my stuff out, and if you like it, let me know. I had took a nap, woke up, boom. We need four yellows, 2 blacks, da-da-da. I'm like, bet, let's make it happen. So once I sent the jackets off, I really didn't know what to expect, because you have to remember, it's just not a set tone, we're just gonna use this designer. It was a lot of designers, and I'm pretty sure, you know, I saw behind BTS behind the scenes racks of different clothes. I'm like, oh, I don't know. So, you know, with stuff like that, you really can't talk about it once you do know that your stuff is in the video, because it's private. You know, it killed the attention and the excitement of folks knowing like, oh, well, we already knew that Banni Peru stuff was gonna be in the video. So once it happened, I thanked them a lot. Like, yo, listen, like, now I had that connection with the stylist, where as though, let me sit down and design something for Future. This is what I got, because they already see the flavor. It could have been anybody in the world to be in this man's video, but he saw the fashion in a sense, because let's give it a Future. He's swag, fashion. We can say a fashion icon, because a lot of people like, damn, Future throw that shit on. So to have that aspect, like, damn, this shit was in a Future video is amazing. It may not have been in Future, but it was Future. Whoever's involved with Future to me is Future. You feel what I'm saying? 'Cause that's his video. That's his choreography, whatever you want to put it like that. It was in that video, and it was a main part of that. So I was blessed and humbled. With that being said, is a lot of designers and stylists, not so much the designers, but a lot of stylists reached out to me like, yo, we want them jackets that was in Future video. Unfortunately, them jackets sold out. So, you know, working with a manufacturer, you can't just up and have things on hand. But as me still being a designer that's growing, I'm starting to learn that you put certain stuff aside for, you know, celebrities and stuff like that, if you want it to be known or publicized or anything like that, so you can just have it on hand. It ain't too much of you going through a hassle when they ask for it. Pretty much it. So listen, let's stay facts. So I went from selling out of trunks, like with my car trunk, selling t-shirts, to busting out U-Hauls with 10 to 15, 20 boxes of stock and inventory. So it got crazy with, though, I had to get this lovely penthouse, because I was living in the studio and I was tripping over boxes and shit. And it's like, bro, you can't not live like this, because you're not really enjoying your home. So I got this lovely penthouse, you know, 1680 square feet. I decided to get a stock room. So I'm gonna take y'all live in the stock room. Before I do that, I want to talk about packaging. So my normal hours of packaging is midnight hours. I treat my business like I was working a 9 to 5. So in the daytime, I do my thinking, promotions, because I'm running an online store. At nighttime, I gather up all my sales, and I take a notebook, or I look at my phone through Shopify. That's what I use to make sure I'm not mixed up. I go on order. I start from the small sizes, and I write the numbers on it. But which make it so convenient for me is that, say if your order number is 1837, all you do is type in 1837. They got a red jacket small. You write that on the box. So when you go to FedEx, all you gotta do is type 1837 on your phone, and all the information pop up, and then you get to scan it and they get processed themselves, and they get an email, their tracking number. With that being said, a lot of times they get like the least orders I got a day, I would say like 46 orders. Since I blew up. One day I woke up with 240 orders and was like, hold the fuck up. But it was like, I just dropped all new inventory. So it was close that I was promoting for at least like a month. So when it came, folks was already on it. And they was waiting. So with that, I'm like, damn, how am I gonna do this? So what I did was just do like 40 a day and try to get out, because that was the reason why I didn't do next day shipping, because people like, oh, I ordered my coat, I want it next day. I really don't have the time to do I can knock out 240 orders, but it's like, you'll kill yourself trying to do that in 1 day period of time, when FedEx have a cutoff time at 7:30, really 7 o'clock, because 7:30, the people that pick up the express shipment, they come at 7:30, so 7 o'clock is your cutoff time. So what made it so easy for me is I went the extra mile, like I always do. I got built my own stock room and my extra spare room in my crib, and I'm about to take y'all there. So here you have it. I'm in my stock room. It took me about a week and a half to get this together. because I just moved into here. But the special thing about this is I get to claim this stock room as an office on my taxes, because this is my workspace. This is where I work up out of. The reason why I wanted to do a stock room, because it made it more so easy for me to just grab sizes, you know, on the shelves in order, from a medium to from a small to a medium to a black or a red coat or yellow coat or silver coat. It'd be so easy versus me. Sometimes I would send my customers either different color or it was the wrong size. So now that I had this, it made me more organized and orientated to, you know, send out the right sizes and stuff like that. It just gives a more feel of how you're going extra hard. It's easy just for me to throw a bunch of coats in a room, but if you had it stocked up and neatly, and you know, a lot of coats are going because it's January. You almost 2 months away from spring, a month and a half away from spring. So I just been, you know, flipping and flipping and flipping. I have inventory coming in at least every 2 weeks. So I'm glad I got this stock room, but my main goal this year is to get a warehouse. Once I have a warehouse, I can really start rolling and start working, because I said I'm still moving, I'm still progressing, and every day is a new day. I'm only a year in with rebranding Banni Peru. 3 years of Banni Peru, but 1 year of rebranding and making it the brand that it is now, and then cleaning it up. But that's pretty much it, man.